So in my last video, I mentioned that I was going to be recording this tournament that I had entered and the tournament that I was prepping for. Well, I did. I did record. I didn't get any good content. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't get any good content out of it. It was bad. It was really bad. So I figured I'd at least walk you through the day that I had and give you the couple clips of the small fish that I had in the process. But that's about the best I can do. So just to give you guys a heads up, this tournament was technically running from 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. my time. So I ended up getting to the lake when they opened around 5:30, and my boat rental wasn't going to be ready until 8. So I had like 2.5 hours to kill, so I was like, okay, I'm going to go fish from shore. Like, I know a couple spots here from shore that normally have fish. I'm going to go try my luck. And I really wasn't expecting much. You know, anything I caught at that point was going to be a bonus for the day. So I was like, okay, let's do it. I went for 2.5 hours for nothing. No fish. Water level was down a ton, and it really messed me up the whole day. And I know I talked about, you know, doing your research. And I did do my research. I wasn't prepared for how low the water was. Like, the water was down a good 15 feet from the lowest I've ever seen there. So it was like, it was really, really bad. So I finally got on the water. 8 o'clock, got my boat, got all my stuff figured out, and then started running in the lake, started running across the lake, found my first spot. Just this little cove of sticks, and there were sticks out further, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna throw a drop shot around. It took maybe 5 minutes. I didn't even have the GoPro ready yet. Like, my instinct told me to just throw. And it wasn't even 5 minutes. I had a fish that was about 10.5 inches long. Boom. That was it. Throw him in the live well. Or live well. It needed to be 10 inches just to hit the first mark that was on my measuring board. So that was kind of my barometer for minimum length, was a 10-incher. So I got a 10.5-incher right off the bat. I was like, okay, this is good. Like, maybe this will actually be good content. So then I decided as soon as I caught that, okay, I'm going to pull out the GoPro. So I got the GoPro out, and I started recording. And literally within the next 10 minutes, I caught 3 fish that were like 8 inches or shorter. And I'll roll those clips right now, just because I need some sort of fishing clip in this video, and honestly, that's the only ones I have. So here you go. Let's roll those 3 clips. I'm fishing kind of the deep section of sticks right now. I got 2 bites on him. Oh, there's another one. There we go. I don't even think that'll hit the 10. I don't think that'll hit the 10-inch mark. There we go. Doesn't feel that big. It's not. It still might be a 10-incher though. Oh, I can't tell. Oh yeah, I think that'll make the cut. Why do I do that? That's a bite. They're all small. They're all small. They're all babies. So after catching those 3 fish, I realized most of the fish in that area were small. So I upsized my bait and tried to see if there were any bigger ones around, because there were fish there for a reason. I got nothing. So I was like, okay, let's go run to another spot. I know some other spots around here that might be good. So I run around and I just kept trying, you know, different sticks that were deep, sticks that were up shallow, different baits, moving baits, baits that you fish slow. Nothing. I think I got one more small fish that was like another like 6-7 incher. And I was like, man, this is rough. And so, mind you, I started at 5:30. And at this point it's like 10:30, 11 o'clock. And I have nothing. I have that one 10.5 incher, which I mean I basically have nothing. So I turn off the GoPro. I put it away. I let the batteries recharge. I'm almost out of space on the SD card anyways, so I'm just sitting there like, all right, let's just focus on trying to catch something for the rest of this day. And so I took a break. I ate my lunch. I drove across the lake to a completely different spot and just tried, you know, same tactics but different structure. And so I went to the dam and I caught nothing. But then I ended up pulling up to the corner of the dam. Now this small corner over here has had luck for me in the past, and now I understand why. The spot that I end up fishing here is an old road bed that they used to build the dam, and it just comes off the side of the dam and it just goes out paralleling the dam, and then there's 2 trenches on either side of the road bed that's full of sticks. And I just kind of pulled up to there and I was like, man, this looks really good. So I tried to throw some spinner baits and jerk baits quicker through it just to see if I could get a reaction bite, and I didn't get anything. But something told me to stay there, so I ended up just pulling out the drop shot again and slowing down and just kind of picking it apart a little bit. And it didn't take long. It, you know, maybe 5 casts in and I got a big one. I don't have any of this on camera because I still didn't have the camera on. I didn't want to waste the little space I had left on my SD card. I end up catching a fish. I'm gonna throw a picture of it up on this side right here. I'll throw a picture of it up there. But you know, good 3.5, maybe even a 4-pounder, like a big fish. Went on the measuring board at 17.75 inches. So boom, we're looking a little better now. I was like, okay, we got one. Hopefully that's not just a fluke fish. And so I kept fishing that trench. Didn't get anything. Told myself to make another pass in that spot because honestly it was the only thing I had going at that point. So I did it again. And I fished on top of the road bed this time in the shallows. And I got another one. Again, I wasn't recording. The only 2 good fish I catch, I don't get them on camera. They were good fights too. Like the fish was jumping, it was going under the boat. I had to net them. Like these were really good fights. It would have made great content. But I'll throw the picture of that one up here too. That one went for, I believe, 14.75 inches, something like that. So 2 good fish. Then at this point, I'm like, okay, now I got 2 fish out of this area. Maybe I should turn on the GoPro and start recording, because there probably is a 3rd fish. There wasn't a 3rd fish. So I end up just running spots for the last 2 hours of the tournament. I just go from spot to spot to spot to spot, just fishing it really quick, moving to the next spot. Fishing it really quick, moving to the next spot. And then add insult to injury, I'm in this final spot. The wind started kicking my butt in the afternoon, so I just decided to start moving quick and just throwing quick. And so I was throwing a jerkbait around, and all of a sudden, I'm in this one spot, and a 4-pounder, like a 4 or 5-pounder, follows that jerkbait all the way to the boat and doesn't eat it. And I just looked at that fish for like 20 seconds and was just like, why? So yeah, long story short, I didn't win the tournament. And to top it all off, I didn't get any content. Those 3 clips that I have for you at the beginning of this video, that's all I had. The 2 good fish that I catch, I didn't get on camera. So, a long story short, I'm currently going to go purchase a 500 gig micro SSD so I can have 12 hours of content. I'm never going to run out of space. But yeah, in all seriousness, I had fun. I had a ton of fun. I mean, getting out on a boat and being on a big lake where there's potential for big fish is something I always cherish. No matter if I do good or bad, it's just the opportunity that's there. I love at least being able to have the opportunity at a big fish. Because a lot of times when you go to these like little small park lakes, you really don't have the opportunity at those big fish sometimes. Not like you do at a place like I was at, Comanche. So honestly, I know that this video is underwhelming, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry this is an underwhelming video. I wanted it to be enjoyable. I wanted it to be action-packed, full of big fish, with a clickbait title, "We won the tournament," and like me holding a 10-pounder or something, but it didn't happen. Didn't happen. But I am hoping, once in a while I can hopefully take a trip to a lake that's a little bit better, that has more potential for some good fish. And if that's the case, I'm probably going to do these small like $20-$30 entry tournaments just for the competition and content purposes. I might try and do that more often and see if we can actually win a tournament, or at least do decent and get some good content out of it, because I think it'd be as fun for you guys as it would be for me, because you can kind of just see the mentality that I have in a competitive environment. And honestly, guys, that's all I have for you today. I'm sorry it's not very action-packed. If you guys want to interact with me more than just on the YouTube, feel free to follow me on any of my social medias, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Follow me on Twitch for live interactions with me, and you'll see a lot of gaming content there. And I always love to talk fishing, so come in the chat and throw some fishing lingo in there, and I'll join in. I'll join into the conversation. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully the next fishing video that I bring you guys is a hell of a lot better. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.